Hey there. Hey there. What you doing, huh? What you doing? Eating some grass. You don't say. Today I've got my little sit on top Perception Tribe 11.5, which is a great little kayak. It's a recreational sit on top, but I've done a lot of work on it. And if you know anything about Perception kayaks, they're solid. So I really enjoy paddling just as much as motoring on my big kayak. It's a quick unload and load at the end of the day, and I get my exercise. So today I'm going to be fishing all ultralight. So I'll be going for the crappies and the perch and the sunfish again. And it is a windy day. That's nothing new. And it'll probably be cloudy most of the day. But I'm sure those fish are still pretty shallow. See how it goes. There we go. Hey, man, these green sunfish are really populating this lake. I can't believe it. Wow. Cool. I love catching them. Caught more of them in the last week than I've caught in the last probably 3 or 4 years. It's nice to see, really. Love to get a big one. Let's put it in there again. Looks like the sun might be trying to come out. That would be really nice. Gotta throw it right in there in that brush. There we go. Look at that. I'm gonna bet it's another green sunfish. Doesn't feel like a crappie. Yeah, that's a big green sunfish. Look at that. That's the biggest one I've caught yet. Full of eggs. Beautiful. Wow, it's great to see him in this lake. All right, we'll get another cast in there. Somebody just paddled about 5 feet from me. It's just unbelievable. There's another. It doesn't feel like a crappie. I'm going to bet it's another green sunfish. That's what it is. Man, they're really populating this lake. How about that? Cool. Like to see it. All right. Well, I can't believe it. I'm at another spot. These green sunfish, I think they're taking over the lake. Another green sunfish. Unbelievable. Alright, it's a decent bass on the little jig. How do you like that? On the jig. That little jig will catch anything, man. I thought I had a big crappie at first. It's a nice little bass. Real nice. Thank you, buddy. There's the Fish Commission. Checking everybody out today. Got a nice boat there. Looks like it's brand new. Got their binoculars out. Yeah, I cannot believe the number of green sunfish in this lake. Something's going on, because I've never seen that many before. But I like to see it. I'm coming back to my old spot now. We'll see if the crappies are still in here. There's plenty of spots on this lake, so it doesn't matter. It's a nice little rig there. Well, the first fish in this spot is a little yellow perch. Jig and bobber. There's one. An average size there. I call that fun size, the average size, fun size. They do that with catfish. There we go. Another fun sizer. Another fun sizer. What I want to do is hook one the size of like I did the other day. Man, that was a nice one. All right. That's a few in a row there. They're all just about the average size, not real big. But they are biting. There we go, that got him. When I brought it back. So far they're all about the same size. But it's nice to get a steady bite, so I can't complain about that. Alright, I'm catching a lot that are about the same size, so I could catch a bunch and it's going to get kind of boring after a while. So I'm looking for that elusive big one, or something different. But that's what we're getting. Pretty consistent, but they're all, that one's on the small side there. Yeah, while I'm anchored here and taking a break, I want to show you what I'm using. I tie these little marabou jigs with like a sparkle chenille and some crystal flash, and they're all about a 32nd of an ounce, so they sink real slow. Got a couple here with bucktail that I haven't even tried yet. I might try them today, and try some other colors. I've been using the same jig for the last 2 or 3 trips, and they really last. And with the light wire, they seem to come out of snags pretty easily. I've gotten snagged a lot, and I've always gotten my jig back. So that's one box. Now the other box I have here, I've got squirmy wormies that I tied, San Juan worms, some bluegill jigs, mop flies, stuff like that. And this little squirminator, which is a great bluegill and sunfish bait. So I've got some spots where the bluegills spawn, and I've got another rod here, and all I do is I suspend this below a trout magnet bobber with a 4-pound test, and if the bluegills are there, they're going to let you know. So that's what I use, and I like to make it myself. And the fish are biting pretty good today, but they've all been average size. I got that one bass. That was a nice surprise. Small. It's a bigger one there. A little bit better. Not bad. Okay, go ahead. What's that? It's a bluegill. Mr. Bluegill. Maybe. Alright, now we're free swimming the jig again. Catching some perch here and there. Yeah, it might be a little bit early, but we're going to try for the bluegills, see if they're spawning yet. Normally this is all bluegill water when I fly fish. We'll see if anything is in there. Something hit it. What is it? Tiny. But it is a bluegill. Little baby. Let's see if there's some bigger ones in there. This is a great fly, the Squirminator. About that Squirminator, it caught a crappie. How do you like that? How do you like that? The Squirminator caught a crappie. Oh, there's a nice bluegill right there on that little fly. A little Squirminator. So I guess there are a few in there. We'll keep trying. It's a nice one. Beautiful colors. There's another bluegill. Oh yeah. Not quite as big as that last one, but so there are a few in there. There are a few bluegill in there. There we go, there's another bluegill. There's a good one. That's a good one there. Real nice. Real nice. Real nice. So there are a few nice ones in there. When they get bigger, they have that nice ear flap on them. Real nice. Okay, that was a good one. So there are some in there. It's good. Yeah, they fight harder than crappies for sure. I'll be back with a fly rod soon. I'll have a blast with that. Put it right on that edge where that dark water is. There we go. Look at that. That's another nice one. Yep. That's a good one. I gotta back off because I'm getting right in there. Oh yeah. That's a good one. Look. Check that out, man. Another nice one. Cool. They have the greatest colors. Not quite as big as that last one, but pretty nice. There he goes. I'm going to put it right on that dark edge there. Right in that shade, right on that edge. There's another bluegill. Maybe the smallest bass I've ever caught in my life. Look at the size of that. Wow. careful with him. All right, little guy. See ya. There we go, another bluegill. They're not as big as those first ones, but getting a few here and there. Another one, not real big. Hey, that's pumpkin seed. How about it? Love to see him. Love to see the pumpkin seed. How about that? 2 pumpkin seeds in a row. How about that, huh? This one's a little smaller. They're pretty fish, though. Ah, there we go. What is that? Bluegill. Nice to have variety, that's for sure. So far today, we caught some green sunfish. We got on some crappie. Not so much on the yellow perch, maybe still to come. And we did find some bluegill. I think they're starting to move in. They're not there in numbers yet, but they are there. And the first couple that we caught were good ones. It's been a pretty decent day so far. Despite the wind, it's not extremely windy, but it's a pretty good breeze blowing out here. Windy enough that I've had to anchor in different spots for the crappie and the bluegill. And those 2 pumpkin seeds were a nice surprise too. Can't go wrong with flies, and you don't have to fish them on a fly rod. You can use light line on a spinning rod with a little tiny bobber, and there you go. Getting on some more crappie here. I got a different spot. Bluegill. So it wasn't a bad day. Green sunfish, crappies, bluegills, a couple pumpkin seeds. Very few yellow perch. I wasn't really trying for them. Caught a lot of little dinky ones that I didn't want to put on the camera. Overall, pretty good day, considering it's a holiday weekend. Well, I'm out at Marsh Creek again. It's May 27th on a Wednesday. And for a change, we have a day out on the lake where there aren't a ton of people. And today my agenda is going to be a little bit different. Last time I was here, I probed some water for spawning bluegills. I was using a little spinning rod with 4-pound test, a trout magnet bobber, and a little fly called a squirminator. And I caught enough and saw enough to see that they are in there, they are spawning. So today I have a fly rod, and we're going to start out with a nymph with a strike indicator. I have poppers as well, but I don't want to spook the fish right away, so I'm going to try a real subtle approach. Then the other thing I want to do today is start to target the bass. So my favorite way to fish for bass is with the Ned rig. You can use any TRD, you know, like the regular TRD that doesn't have any kind of tail on the end, or the hula sticks. That's what I prefer to use. I cut it down a little bit. And there's other new ones like the Tickler Z, and there's like a crayfish looking one, and several other ones. But that's been successful for me, and it's sort of my go-to bait. I catch a lot of bass, and you never know what you might catch. I've caught yellow perch. I caught my biggest muskie back in 2018 in September. It's about 40 inches on the Ned rig. And last year, the biggest bass I ever caught out of this lake was also on the Ned rig. So it's easy to fish. You can fish it shallow. You can let it go all the way down to the bottom. You can fish all the different water columns. So that's the plan today. Here's one. Been a tough bite so far. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one there. Bring him up. Get a look at him. Pretty fish, huh? Looks like they're right up on the, just about on the shoreline there. I was out too far. Nice fish though. I can see those fish in there, but they're very, very finicky for whatever reason. So I can just work that real slow. There's a good one there. Action's been so slow I've had the camera off. That's a big one. That's a nice one there. On the squirminator. Alright. That's a beauty. Check it out. Real nice. Beautiful fish. Very slow fishing. But when you get a fish like this, it's all worthwhile. That's a beauty. There he goes. I think this is a decent one here. Not quite as big, but not too bad. There we go. Yeah, he's not quite as big. Nice colors though. Pretty fish. Here's another decent one. About the same size as that last one. They could be twins almost. Not bad. Not quite as big as those other two. Got a good one on there. Pretty good. Not too bad anyway. Got a good bass on here. Good bass here. Not too bad anyway. Ned rig. There you go. There's a nice yellow perch on the Ned rig. That's a decent one there. A yellow perch on the Squirminator fly. How about that? Got a decent bass here. I saw him in there with the bluegills. I threw my Ned rig in there. I could see him swimming around those bluegills. He was chasing that one. That's a nice bass right there. There you go. Yep, he's not the fattest, but he's nice and long. I caught a little bluegill, and he started to chase. I saw him swimming around in there, and I threw the Ned rig in, and there he was. So, very good. There he goes. There's another bass right around these bluegill beds. Not as big as that last one, but he was hanging around them beds.